Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay, Mike. So what you're saying? So you're saying you got Trent's wages, what you were gonna offer Trent, and you just split that between Mo and Verge. That's the way you went about it. That's what you're trying to. All right, then. All right, cool. I see how you working. I see you. Also, you're trying to announce it when we win the league. Okay. Uh huh. Oh, listen, Mike, Richard. I know you're on another line. Listen, I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll go chat to the people quickly. Yeah, yeah. I can speak about it. All right, love. Hey guys, breaking news. You know what I'm saying? So you guys caught the end of that phone call there, but listen, make sure you guys smash that like button right this second because you got some breaking news. Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you do. Yeah, after we see Arsenal just bear back Real Madrid, Arsenal just smoked, demolished, bitch slapped Real Madrid back to Spain. Yeah, guess what? We had to get some good news on the Liverpool side of things. So like, subscribe if you're here. You know what I'm saying? Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk are on the cusp of renewing their contracts at Liverpool Football Club. Now, for those of you that said all three were leaving, can't hear ya. Can't hear ya. Can't hear ya. You know what I'm saying? I used to pray for times like this. You got to keep your world-class players until you can make that seamless transition all the way through to the coming seasons until Slot gets his new era of his Liverpool team. And after a season like Mo Salah has had, why not? After a season that Virgil van Dijk has had, why not? Now, yes, is it unfortunate that Trent's going to Real Madrid? Yes, of course it is, but we're not here to talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold. As you can see, Trent, we saw what your boys, is that your king? We saw what your boys done. We saw what your boys happen when they come to England. See what Arsenal did to them. Is that your king? Are those your boys? You know what I'm saying? Is that your king? But anyway, I digress, yeah? The news has dropped courtesy of Fabrizio Romano. You know what I'm saying? Let's get down to business and let's have a look at the page. Let's zoom it in a little bit more so the people them can see as well. So just to read it, it says breaking with the Bomba. Mo Salah closing in on a new deal at Liverpool as agreement is now in its final stages. The club is confident to get it done soon. Same for VVD, he was recently confirmed positive progress has been made. Salah and Liverpool expected to continue together forever. And then another tweet out 18 minutes ago, courtesy of Fabrizio Romano. Not only Mo Salah's new deal imminent, Liverpool are also confident to get a new contract sorted soon for Virgil van Dijk as expected. Salah and Van Dijk are fully expected to stay at the club. And then yeah, so there you go, guys. You can see it there. You see the images. You can see it's been confirmed. Obviously, this is brilliant news for Liverpool. This is brilliant news in general for the boys. I feel like you need to keep your best players. And I'm happy that, I'm happy that, we didn't lose all three. Losing Trent, Mo Salah, and Virgil van Dijk would have been an absolute calamitous thing for the board. And to not make any signings at the start of the season either, and not in January, honestly, it would have been World War II out there. So for me, I'm absolutely over the moon. Let's just start on Mo Salah for now. I think with Mo Salah signing a new contract, it doesn't mean he's going to get the 50, 60 GA like he's on course to get in this season. I think it's about maintaining your goal scorers and still managing to build on the squad. And when it is Mo Salah's time to move on, whether that's next year or the year after, you can get a fee. It's not just about, is Mo Salah going to hit the heights? Because he will be 33. He will slow down, even though he seems to be getting better of age. At the end of the day, if he signs, even if it's 2 years and with a one to extend, or even if it's a 1-to-1, you can get a fee for Mo Salah. Even if that is to Saudi, maybe a 40 million, a 50 million, then you can reimburse that into whoever may be walking in the door next, or whoever has to fill his shoes, or the multiple players that have to fill his shoes. And the same thing kind of goes with Virgil van Dijk. If we're looking for a centre back now, there is no direct replacement for Virg or Salah. But if you need to go and replace Virg, and at the point where Virg is 33 now, when he's 35 and whatnot, wherever he decides to go, whether that is, if he's extended, you can get a slight small fee. We'll be leaving with something, especially with the fact that they've given their all to the club. They've both been there one's been there from 2017 in August. The other came in, the cusp of basically 2018, midway through the season in Virgil van Dijk. They've been here 8 years. 8 years, and they're still pledging their loyalty to the club, and that's what we want to see. As I said, if they did choose to leave this year, we wouldn't have it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, because they've been at the club for so long. They've expressed their desire to stay, and they've expressed that throughout the season. Kind of, obviously, I know Trent has been speaking about it. Maybe he hasn't spoken about it publicly, but Mo Salah and Van Dijk have expressed the fact that they weren't offered a contract and they would stay if they want to stay. And as you can see, it's coming to fruition. So to be able to get a fee for either of the two, even though if it's not a monumental amount, is brilliant for us positionally wise. And it gives us more time to explore the market and look for suitable replacements rather than having to break the bank in those positions now. Because realistically for Liverpool, outside of Trent, Salah and Verge, work needs to be done around the squad. Their question, Nunes looks like he's going to be leaving. Nunes needs to leave, and he's probably going to be leaving to maybe Saudi or somewhere else. We're kind of unsure about Jota. Diaz has been consistently linked to Barcelona. He's a South American. Playing for Barcelona is the pinnacle of football for him. So I feel like at some point that will happen. And he's 29. He's probably got one big contract left in him. You know what I'm saying? You've also got Kelleher, who's leaving at the end of the season for Mamardashvili. He's going to be coming in. I know we bought him already last season, and he's as he just played against Real Madrid. I think it was for Valencia, I believe. So yeah, Mamardashvili is going to be coming through the door. Then obviously you've got Andy Robertson, the Simicast thing. Kirkes looks, we're eyeing Kirkes up. The Bournemouth link with Richard Hughes previously being, of Bournemouth. I feel like these are things that need to be handled outside of the three big contracts. We need another midfielder. We need to get a 10. We're going to need to get a right back, probably maybe cover. We're going to need right back, left back, striker, possibly a left winger, and probably a backup 10. And maybe another midfielder. So with all of these additions that kind of need to be plugged in, which obviously can't be done through one window, when you look at it that way, imagine having to deal with then replacing Mo Salah, then replacing Van Dijk, and already having to, replace Trent on top of what needs to be done. This squad is still far from, where it needs to be. And we've already pretty much got a league title under our belt. So if we're going to improve, to be able to improve still with the spine of the team, that is the most important thing right now. Now, has it taken too long? And all contracts, with the big three contracts expiring at the same time, I don't know who sanctioned that, but serious words need to be had upstairs when it comes to that. But what I would say is that now that those contracts are finally being done and things are being finalized, we can actually focus on really improving the squad in the summer. And again, I don't want to hear that word war chest, but I just need the key areas in Liverpool to be addressed outside of the spine, and we can seamlessly transition while phasing Mo and Verge out within the next couple of years. Maybe not all at an abrupt stage of losing 3 world-class players this window after losing the league, because it does feel very underwhelming. It would have felt very underwhelming to lose all 3 of them once the celebrations died down, even though it is number 20 and it is everything and it means so much to us as Liverpool fans. Obviously, no pun intended, but it means more. So yeah, man, I'm over the moon. Absolutely gassed. Can't wait to see, whether it's a 2-year or a 1, and we can see what happens with the contracts. Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, we'll see what happens. Obviously, as for Trent, are they your guys? You know what I'm saying? Are they your guys? Let me know. But listen, guys, let me know what you think of the contracts, Mo and Verge. Did you guys think Mo and Verge were going to sign on and stay? To be fair, I thought Mo and Verge would be the ones to stay, and Trent probably likely to be the one to leave, which is a sad sight. But at least things are being moved forward for Liverpool. And now I'd like to see if we do bring in a striker. Are we going to help the two? Because for me, I feel like a part of their contracts was they want to see players come through the door and the squad strengthen along with them staying at the club. I feel like that's something Virgil would bring up in the office. And I also think that's something to do with Salah. That's something Salah would mention as well, especially because they're part of the leadership group. They do consistently speak with the club. And I feel like, there's a lot of players sometimes that don't want to leave their club, and they'd rather see the club they're at strengthen than move to a club that's at a higher position. For example, Teddy Sheringham, why he went to Man United is because they weren't willing to strengthen enough. I think he said Sir Alan Sugar wasn't willing to strengthen the squad the way in which he wanted the squad to be built around him. So then he just went to Man United. He went to someone that would do it. So the fact that, I'm not saying that is what's happened with Mo and Verge, but maybe they have had some talks, and maybe we'll get some signings through the door to improve the squad and back the manager. He's shown he can do it with this squad. Why not strengthen it? So for me, that's what it is. If you made it this far, make sure you do smash the like button. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel. You never walk alone. We've got some great news today. You know what I'm saying? Big up. We're finally getting it done. And we'll see you soon, guys. Take care. We'll see you guys in the next one. You never walk alone.